Welcome to Community Conversations. I'm your host, Ian Parkinson, and I have with me today Larry Mathieson from Unison at Viner Centre. Welcome, Larry.
Thanks for having me.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So, do you have some kind of a holiday campaign going on for Unison?
We do. We actually have about 3,
Okay.
which is a lot to manage. We actually Giving Tuesday is kind of the launches off the month, and that's actually a North America wide event, and it actually is in response to Black Friday, and so at some point. When you had Cyber Monday or whatever it is, people who supported their favorite charities started talking about, well, wouldn't it be great to have something where we could support or encourage people to support their favorite cause? And so Giving Tuesday became that event where it's all about creating awareness, not just for organizations like ours, but all of the service not-for-profit charities in North America.
Our donations to Unison at Viner Centre, where you've got locations, you've got Medicine Hat and Calgary.
Yeah.
Are they tax deductible?
They are actually, and we this year we kind of have a bit of a special edition. I'm not an accountant, and I won't pretend to be one here today, but they're for people who are interested in taxable incentives. So there's a slight advantage if you give more than $200 to charity in a given year. Oh. But you don't have to give that in one check. And so some people who might find writing a $200 check or doing an online donation might feel like a big thing, but giving a monthly donation of $20 spreads it out over the year. So you can kind of reach that $200 threshold, but you only have to do it in a much less painful way.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, so all of our campaigns this year you'll have the option of doing a monthly donation for the season, but then kind of carrying it through the year. So
besides Giving Tuesday, you also have stockings for seniors? Yeah,
this is kind of one of our favorite things. I mean, it's last year our team gave out 375 stockings, and last year we started kind of a partnership with Redcliffe, and so this year our target is to do over 500 stockings in Medicine Hat and Redcliffe, and we rely on, like, we will hand deliver these stockings, and when I say we, I don't mean me, I mean our volunteer drivers who work with Viner Vintage and with Meals on Wheels, and so they'll do the deliveries for us.
Okay, so how do you, I guess for a better word, gather the contents for the stockings?
How do we do this? This is an all hands on deck project. So all of our volunteers, all of our staff, but starting, today, people can drop off things like toothpaste, coffee, things that you might find in a stocking, all those personal items, and they can drop it right off at Viner Centre, and we're going to start creating the stockings. And because it's 500, it literally goes all month for us, for sure.
That's a lot of toothpaste.
It's a lot of toothpaste, a lot of cosmetics and deodorant and you name it, kind of thing, and treats, chocolates. You got to have your chocolates and stuff. But
so your volunteer drivers actually are very busy. Between doing the vintage.
Yeah.
Viner and then the Meals on Wheels, and now they're going to drive around either picking up or delivering stockings.
Yeah, this tends to be kind of one of the favorite activities of the year. Not that our volunteer drivers don't love what they do all year long, but this is actually kind of one of our favored activities, and we have a group of people who are kind of all on board for it. And we have some seasonal volunteers for this as well, so we kind of ramp up our support at this point.
Because when the Christmas season is already busy personally and commercially, and then you don't want to overload your core volunteers.
Yeah, for sure. And again, we rely so much on those volunteer drivers in both of those programs. So
if somebody from the community is suddenly sparked with an interest to, for a better word, help the stocking for seniors, who do they call?
Well, they can just call the center, and we'll have kind of a connection there. The receptionist will have kind of all the details. It's actually kind of not a bad activity for family volunteering as well. So we do have kind of some family members a couple family members will go out and do these deliveries as well.
And it could be a one-off. You could just do it this Christmas. You're not committed to.
For sure.
Well, a pretty short year on December 15th.
Well, I would say programs like our Meals on Wheels, our volunteers, compared to other programs that use volunteers, a lot of our volunteers go away for parts of the year. They might be snowbirds. They might be doing all sorts of things. So there's a lot of flexibility in that type of program. And we do have people that will volunteer for us seasonally as well, for sure.
That makes sense because I'm sure some seasons are busier than others.
Yeah, for sure.
Where do you stand with your trips, bus trips or cruises? How are they going?
They're going really well. I actually I just recently did a presentation in Edmonton at a conference about our trips are actually one of the areas that we've seen tremendous growth since COVID. And if you graph the number of people who participate or the revenue or whatever, it's just a nice hockey stick graph kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it is, I would say, before COVID, there were times where we would organize a bus trip someplace and had to cancel it because we couldn't fill it. And now we're more, is it 2 buses? Is it 3 buses? Things like the Millerville Christmas market and those things. I mean, it's always a popular activity. And this year we're doing the Mediterranean cruise, but it's a bit of a pilot for us, I suppose. Right. So far we've had quite a bit of success. I don't know how many last month. I think we were up to 20 people had registered. So it's going to be a good event, but it feels to me like this will probably be something that we keep replicating in different locations or whatever.
Well, is this you've done a lot of interprovincial tours, but is this your first international tour?
This will be our first international, yeah, for sure. And most of our trips at first were day trips, and then we started having the occasional overnight trip. And actually, we've had a couple of overnight trips from the Calgary members to come down here and stay in Medicine Hat, but also kind of visit the Viner Center and so on. But yeah, this is
opposition.
That's right. Yeah. But anyways, this, like you say, is first international, and we're thinking this may be a nice add-on for us for sure.
Well, I wish you well on that one, because international trips, I'm sure, are fraught with disaster.
It's a lot more work on our staff side and our volunteer side, but again, it's a fun thing to do, and we always like, whether it's Calgary or Medicine Hat, when you see people, it is like Christmas morning or Christmas, evening before the big day kind of thing, because there's a lot of excitement. And most of our, if you've lost your spouse 2 years ago or a year ago, the last thing you're thinking is, I should take a drive out to Rosebud, or I should take a cruise. But it may be the thing you need the most. And it is a very popular activity because it does help people get reconnected.
Well, and it's very convenient too. I mean, I've not necessarily I've done similar things with a different group. You just show up at the parking lot and get on the bus. You don't have to worry about parking or where the meal's going to be or the lineup or finding your vehicle when it's dark, or just get on the bus or the boat,
Yeah.
the cruise liner.
Boat. Yeah.
And then somebody's always, follow me, okay, get back on the bus. And they bring you back home, drop you right off by your vehicle, and go home. It's just so much easier. I think you're right. They're a lot of fun when you meet some different people.
Yeah, again, it's an area that probably we'll see a lot of growth in over the next year.
Yeah.
Both the day trips and probably the longer trips as well.
Well, I mean, this year and next year, the last of the boomers will finally retire. I mean, they're a huge segment of our community.
Yeah.
Not just Medicine Hat, but across the board.
Yeah, I would say the 10 years before COVID in Calgary, our membership hovered around 3,000 members. Now, today we have 4,500 members in Calgary, and the Viner membership has just grown every year, every month. And so our membership there is up over 1,600 members, but we also serve a lot more older adults who don't have memberships, come for kind of our drop-in or use the Bistro or something like that. So like we're definitely feeling the growth in the older population for sure.
And I mean, I guess that's a good thing to repeat, is you don't have to be a member of Viner to go for coffee and a cupcake or lunch or the suppers when you put them on.
Yeah. For sure, there's a lot of events. I mean, some of the things like the cruise, there's a price cut. There's a better price if you're a member. But if you just want to check us out, so to speak, the Bistro's open most days, and we do a number of evenings. And
stop by and talk to the beaming, smile-faced lady at the reception counter. Be more than happy to point you in the right direction.
That's exactly the truth. And actually, this year, as we come to the end of the year, we're wrapping up our 50th anniversary specials, and Medicine Hat Brewery has a special Viner beer that they created for us, and so you can get one of those in the Bistro as well, and help us celebrate the end of our 50th year.
So you serve alcohol at the Bistro?
We do. We're licensed there, and we tend to, we have more dinners, and we tend to sell more alcohol in those dinners. But the patio season a great time to have a drink on the patio there at Viner.
Oh yeah, because I mean the Viner Center, it's in a beautiful spot down by Strathcona Park.
Yes, yeah. When we bring people from out of town to the Viner, they often can't believe it, because you're likely to pull up. There could be a small herd of deers in the parking lot or in the playground area, and you're right by the river, so it is beautiful for sure.
Well, that's true, because your facility in Calgary is downtown, is it not?
Yeah, it's on the west side of downtown, so it's a busy location. We're not far from the river there too, but it's not the same thing by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck with Christmas.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Santa be very good. Remember where you live.
Yes, that's right. We're hoping. We're hoping for a lot of success in these campaigns, because Christmas is a time where people are their most generous, and that does set us up for the rest of the year for sure. And
maybe I'll take the opportunity to come down and have a vintage 75.
There you go. There you go.
Thanks for coming in, Larry.
Thanks for having me again.
Thank you for watching.